Good morning. This is Dot Frank with the Bismarck Mandan Home Builders Association. Thanks for tuning in. We've got some exciting events that start this evening. And joining me in the studio today is Lindsey Matter. Lindsey, would you share with the listeners where you work and what you're chairing?
Again, my name is Lindsey Matter. I work at Starian Financial. I work in our mortgage lending department there. And I am the chairwoman for this spring 2015 Bismarck Mandan Home Builders Association Parade of Homes.
And that starts tonight?
It does start tonight.
So tonight, Friday night, doors open at 43 homes. At 6 p.m., you can get into the homes tonight from 6 to 8:30, and then again tomorrow and Sunday. So what's exciting you most about the Spring Parade of Homes?
Well, the Spring Parade this year has 43 homes that are showcased by 33 builders. The beginning or entry price home starts at $189.9, and homes climb all the way up to,
$697.4.
$697.4. So there's a good variety of homes this year, so it's going to be exciting. It's, like Dot mentioned, 2 weekends. So there's a lot to see, and it's spread out over the 2 weekends, so it'll give you adequate time to be able to take the time in each home that you'd like and to kind of gradually move through them all. So there's good variety this year. It should be a great couple weekends.
So let's rewind, because the weekend is here. This is opening weekend for the 2015 Spring Parade of Homes, continues next weekend. However, the work wasn't instigated several weeks ago. It was more like several months ago. As the chair of the committee for our Parade of Homes, what all does that entail? And when do we start meeting? What does it take to pull off a parade of this magnitude?
Well, parades, they are a lot of work, but they're definitely a worthwhile event for people in the community to go and to view these homes. We've had great response and a lot of attendance. And it's also a great way to showcase our local builders and the beautiful product that they produce. So our Home Builders Association committee starts meeting, in probably December to start talking about our plans for this year's parade, and been meeting every couple of weeks up until now. So a lot of planning, a lot of working to get our Parade Smart app ready, the print publication of the magazine that is available at Dan's locations as well as Cashwise locations. But we're ready and we're excited, and should be a great few weekends.
Yeah, so it does take a team effort to pull off the Spring Parade of Homes, and Lindsey is the chair. She chaired the Fall Parade of Homes, at which we instigated a new platform, and that is our Parade Smart app. What can you tell listeners about the Parade Smart app and why the committee chose to invest in that?
So as most of you are probably aware, we have used a print publication, a nice color magazine that has showcased all the different homes and the builder profiles in years past, which we're still doing. But the Parade Smart app is a free app that is available to smartphone users through the App Store or through the Android markets as well. But by searching Parade Smart, you'll pull up an application. Again, that's a free download that will showcase all of the different homes that are available in this year's parade. It'll give a builder profile, and will also, the coolest part is it'll give you driving directions. So similar to Siri on an Apple phone, if you would say, Siri, give me directions to Starian Financial in Mandan, this will do the same thing with different driving directions to the different homes in the parade. So it's really cool. We're excited about it. Again, it's a free app. So we hope that users will really appreciate it and take use to it.
You know, one thing that the association really appreciates about the Parade Smart app is the fact that it showcases photography for each of the homes, including a gallery. Now, we're limited on what we can put in our magazine just because of print space. However, on the app, we have the unlimited ability to add interior photos of the homes. And so if you're curious about the homes before, during, or after, a lot of our builders have begun to upload inside shots through the Parade Smart app. And so you can click on the homes, see some of the interior photography. A couple other neat features that really allow our spectators to engage in the Parade of Home experience include making notes or comments. If they go through a home and there's something that they like in particular, they can save that or capture that information with that home by adding notes. There is a quick link to contact the builder. Let's say you fall in love with this home and you want to make an offer immediately. You can contact that builder. You'll note on the Parade Smart app on the homepage for each of these homes, there in the upper right-hand corner is a banner or a flag that says whether or not it's for sale. So you'll be able to see which homes are currently available and put in offers if you're so inclined throughout this weekend. We also have the opportunity for you to go back to previous parades, create a travel itinerary. And so you could go through the homes, hit those must-visit homes, and put them on a travel list for you to get you from one page to the other. We also have some features that include subcontractors, idea books. You can write reviews for the homes that you've experienced. And so a really neat opportunity to get involved and participate as a spectator during this parade of homes. So 43 homes. You talked about some of the diversity between the homes. We did some calculations, Lindsey. Do you want to share with listeners what the average home price is this time around?
So the average home price in the 2015 Spring Parade is $429,680.
So how does that speak to the current market and market conditions? Being a lender with Starian Financial, I'm sure you see a lot of homes come across, offers made and accepted. Is that kind of where we sit as a community right now?
Hard question. I would say if you're looking at new construction, I would say that it's maybe an average to maybe a little bit on the high average side for new home construction, but it really just depends what you're looking for, I guess, in your home or in the construction plan. Some of these homes that are showcased, they may have put in some upgraded features or different things to attract the eye of the lookers, so that may be what is attributing to maybe a little bit higher on the average home price, but still with new construction, you're getting a great value. So I really think that you always get a great bang for your buck with new construction.
Yeah, and when you look at and consider that average home price of $429,000, you bring up a good point that these are showcase homes. This is an opportunity really for the home building community in the Bismarck-Mandan area to showcase what they're capable of as contractors. And so they pull out all the stops for a lot of these homes, including finishing basements in a lot of the homes, which really add to the price because you're buying a complete package. But the average home price, again, $429,900. When you take a look at the median home price, so those right in the middle between top and bottom, we're at about that same point. We talk about the diversity in prices, but what about the diversity in construction? As you continue to listen to us on Super Talk 1270, we'll be back with some details about these interior finishes in the Parade of Homes homes. What's popular in spring of 2015? You're listening to Super Talk 1270's Free for All Friday with the Bismarck-Mandan Home Builders Association. Stay with us.
Right now it's 45.
Our own radio station. Not Fargo, not the Twin Cities. Proud to be Bismarck and Mandan's own Super Talk 1270.
Welcome back. You're listening to a Free for All Friday with the Bismarck-Mandan Home Builders Association. I'm Dot Frank, and sitting in studio with me is Lindsey Matter, chairwoman for the 2015 Spring Parade of Homes. And if you were tuned in before the break, we were talking about the Parade of Homes, shared some statistics, including the number of homes in this year's parade, the number of builders, some average home prices, the high and low points, and more. And what we promised to address next is some details regarding the homes in this year's parade. So, Lindsey, as you're paging through that magazine, what are you noticing in the exterior of the homes? And perhaps we could talk about what's being featured inside this spring.
Sure. So, as I page through my parades, my magazine, and I've been looking to my Parade Smart app more than anything because I like the feature, like Dot had mentioned, how you can kind of take some notes with each of the different homes that you're viewing. But I've noticed that you're seeing a lot of side-by-side twin homes, which seem to be very popular, offer an attractive price point. And then as far as, I guess, aesthetic appeal, seeing a lot of maybe multifaceted or multicolored siding options that are offered, where maybe you have a high green undertone and maybe a lower green tone on the pitch of the roof or something like that. So it really kind of makes in my opinion, makes the home appear more of like a craftsman style. A lot of exterior rock work, large columns, things like that. So I'd say that the look of building and of new construction is definitely kind of changing with the times, but is still staying true to our original, as I call it, kind of a North Dakota construction plan with, the garages facing the front of the house and things like that. So slight changes, but nothing too abrasive or obnoxious, but I guess 43 beautiful homes. I've loved every single one of them that I have paged through, so some nice stuff to look at.
So taking a step back in time, if Lindsey and I were communicating the Parade of Homes back in the 1950s, 60s, 70s, 80s, and up until today, I think some noticeable changes would be garage space and what we're dedicating to storage. Going from no garages to single stall to double a few years back being popular. But this time around, it's all 3 stalls.
Yeah, definitely. In my opinion, I feel with living in North Dakota and being in a single family home, it seems that you need the first stall for the wife car, or the second stall for the husband's car, and your third stall for the things you need to live in North Dakota: your snowblower, your lawnmower, your bikes, your strollers, all of that. So it's the 3-stall garage is definitely becoming the most prominent, I think.
And you mentioned craftsman style, and it's really exciting, and this goes back to even a year ago when I began with the Home Builders Association. We're seeing a true commitment to style and craftsmanship in these homes. A lot of attention paid to detail. As you're looking at even the garage doors, the diversity in the window styles that builders are putting into their garage doors, some of the different dimensions and depths from the exterior of the home, mixed use of materials on the exterior. It's really interesting and unique to see the construction that's taking place right now, and how it changes the aesthetics of a community and can really impact that quality and a sense of space and place here in the Bismarck-Mandan area. In addition to having some diversity in styles, we do have some consistency when it comes to the developments. So where are our builders currently constructing their homes?
I would say that our most popular developments right now, I guess according to the homes that have been entered in this year's Parade of Homes, the most prominent areas have proven to be Boulder Ridge in Bismarck, Eagle Crest in Bismarck, Promontory Point in Bismarck, and then South Bay, also in Bismarck, and then Keitel South Heart Terrace, which is in Mandan. So they have some great lot availability, which has offered opportunities, for builders to acquire and purchase some of those lots and to be building some of these parade homes.
So you'll get to check out a lot of different neighborhoods throughout the community. One thing that's really exciting this year with the Parade of Homes is we've got a couple entries where it's infill lots. And so you'll see new construction in older neighborhoods. We've got 2 of those that are featured in Mandan this year. It'll be neat to see the response from spectators as they enter new construction while driving through some more mature neighborhoods. So we've got some tickets, and at this time, Lindsay, should we put a call out for some individuals that want to seek free admission to this year's Parade of Homes?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so the number to call here at the studio is 663-1270. You're listening to Super Talk at the moment with Dot and Lindsay with the Home Builders Association. We'll give away, looks like we've got 2 sets of 2 tickets right now. Let's see if we can get rid of those. A caller already.
Yeah.
Hello.
Well, let's take that call.
Okay. Put your headphones on there, Dot. Alrighty. Go ahead.
So, hello, you're listening to Super Talk.
Hello.
Hi, are you calling for the tickets?
I am.
We would love to give you the tickets. So what's prompting you to want to come out and experience our Parade of Homes?
I love to look at homes.
Excellent. And what's your name?
Sharon.
And where are you calling from, Sharon?
Mandan.
Mandan. Well, we've got plenty of homes in Mandan, as well as Bismarck, an additional home in Lincoln for you to scope out.
Great.
So if you want to stay on the line, we'll capture your information.
Okay.
And thanks for calling in.
Thank you.
There you go.
So 2 tickets given away. We've got another set. So if we want to take another caller, first to call in, we'll give those tickets away while Jim captures her contact information. Thanks, Sharon, for tuning in.
Oh, I put her on hold. My bad. Oh, you want to talk to her? Oh, okay.
So do we have another caller?
Not yet.
Not yet? Okay. So while Jim gets the information from Sharon so that we can give away those tickets, we'll provide pickup either here at the station or perhaps at our Home Builders Association office. Let's talk some more about the Parade of Homes. Now, as spectators come out, they grab the ticket. On the ticket, it details all of the different homes that are available. Do we have another call?
Yes, we do.
We have another call. Let's take that call.
Phone's on.
Hello. I'm
Hi.
calling for the tickets.
Hi. Thanks for calling into Super Talk. This is Dot with the Home Builders Association and Lindsay joining me. What's your name?
Loa.
Hi. Loa?
Yes.
Well, hello, Loa. Thanks for calling in to grab those tickets. So what are you hoping to experience with the Parade of Homes this year? What you looking for?
I've been there before. I'm going back with my husband and son, and I just love the new ideas.
Excellent. Does your husband love that you love those new ideas?
Yes, we're going to do some remodeling, and at some point we'll have our house for sale. So, yes.
So where are you calling from, Loa?
Mandan.
Excellent. Well, thank you for tuning in and calling for those tickets. We'll get you details on how you can grab those tickets. And make sure once you get them, you fill out the front of the ticket with your name, address, city, state, zip, phone, and email, because that's how we'll contact the winners. We've got 2 great prizes that we're giving away with this Spring Parade of Homes. Lindsay, you want to share with those listeners what those prizes are?
Sure. We have some, again, gracious donors this year. There is a $1,000 gift card that is available from Magic Touch Carpet One Floor and Home Store, as well as a $1,000 gift card from Cold Spring. So some great prizes this year.
Excellent prizes. And the only way to get your name in the ballot box for those prizes is to complete the ticket and drop it in the box at the last home that you visit. When it comes to the tickets, we have some statistics. Your odds are actually pretty good.
They are.
You want to share what kind of we get back when it comes to the ballots?
Yeah, absolutely. So last spring in our 2014 Spring Parade of Homes, there were 4,969 people that attended our Spring Parade of Homes. And of those folks that did attend, there were 1,722 ballots that were submitted for our grand prizes. So that's about 35% of our attendees had remembered to fill out the front of their tickets and drop them in for a chance to win our grand prizes. So
make sure you take that step to complete the ticket. We do like to remind people that we don't sell your information to third parties or even use it to solicit you after the parade. It really is just so that we can capture that information if we pull your name out of the box and you are the lucky recipient of either gift cards, $1,000 this year to Carpet One, Magic Touch, and then also a $1,000 gift card to Cold Spring Granite. So make sure you complete that. Also, on the back of each ticket, it lists all of the parade homes, and they are broken up into different price categories. Explain why we do that, Lindsay.
Well, the reason that we do break them up into different price categories is for the sake of judging them. These builders do enter these homes not only for the public and community to view them and to have them showcased, but also to have you guys judge them. So it's important to place them into the appropriate categories. So when we and you folks are judging them, you're comparing like homes to one another. Obviously, it wouldn't be quite fair to be comparing a 150 home to a 550 home. You're looking at 2 totally different pieces of inventory. So that's the reason for separating them.
And the builders really appreciate your participation in this capacity. Really, as you're going through to take note of what those homes were like, not only the construction, but the attention to details, what you like about the layout, maybe the lighting, the orientation of the home, all of those should play in prompting you to vote for your favorite out of those price categories. And we use that information to, crown certain contractors winners in those various categories, and we celebrate that at a general membership mixer for the Bismarck Mandan Home Builders Association in May. So make sure you complete that ballot. We do appreciate it. In addition to having the people's choice when it comes to their favorite picks for the Parade of Homes, Lindsay, we also elicit some support from professionals in the building community to award a judge's choice.
Yeah, we do. So tomorrow what will happen is there will be some drivers, myself included as one of them, but we will meet at the Home Builders Association office, and then we will split up into 4 teams of 4, and our groups will include a realtor, another building industry professional, maybe a interior designer or somebody who provides glass or hard surfaces, something along those lines, and then as well as one other industry professional. So maybe an architect or a draftsman or something along those lines. So we try to have a well-diversified group of people that are judging these homes. So we're excited to get out and view them tomorrow.
Excellent. You are listening to Super Talk 1270's Free for All Friday with the Bismarck Mandan Home Builders Association. This is Dot Frank and Lindsay Matter, chairwoman of the 2015 Spring Parade of Homes. Thanks for sticking with us. Hang tight. When we get back, we'll wrap up discussion with the Spring Parade of Homes and move on to something that's equally exciting. Next month is Home Remodeling Month. Stay tuned. Welcome back. You're listening to Super Talk 1270's Free for All Friday with the Bismarck Mandan Home Builders Association. This is Dot Frank alongside Lindsay Matter. So, Lindsay, we're at the halfway mark.
We are halfway mark through our show this morning, talking about the 2015 Spring Parade of Homes, giving some facts, some figures, some home locations, just gave away a couple free tickets. So
Yeah, so congratulations to Sharon and Loa, both from Mandan, for receiving 2 tickets to this weekend and next Spring Parade of Homes. Before we begin talking about some other items, is there any kind of last-minute announcements you'd like to share with those folks who are considering attending our event?
Well, just a reminder that, again, the parade starts tonight, Friday, and it goes from 6 to 8:30 p.m. It'll also be opening Saturday morning. It will go from 11 to 5 p.m., and Sunday will be noon to 5 p.m. You can purchase a ticket to enter all of the 43 homes at any of the home locations. So the first parade home that you decide to visit, you can sure purchase your ticket there. There will be protective booties available for people, so you can just leave your shoes right on and put the booties over your shoes and walk right through the homes. So it should be an easy, smooth, walk through for all of these. And again, you can pick up tickets at any of the home locations.
Yeah, as well as our parade magazines, which are racked at Dan's and Cashwise. We also have magazines at each home. So if you don't make it to either of those drop locations, whatever home you begin at, you'll be able to grab a magazine along with secure your ticket. And the tickets are good for all 43 homes over both weekends. So it doesn't have to be a mad dash to get through them all this weekend alone. You could spread it out over the course of 2 weekends. Make sure you grab some friends, some family members to come out and tour the homes. Kids, what about kids, Lindsay, when it comes to the Parade of Homes?
Kids or children under the age of 18 are free if accompanied by an adult.
So you could bring the kids along if you'd like, or maybe you could convince someone to take them for the weekend so you can get out and experience the homes child-free. But kids are welcome to attend, and it's free admission for those 18 and under. So Parade of Homes, make sure you get out, grab that app. The app is available in both the Android and Apple app stores. Search Parade Smart, that's one word, Parade Smart, and you'll find our app. You'll be able to choose the Bismarck Mandan Parade and see all of the homes that are profiled this year. We just encourage people to get out and experience new construction. There's some exciting stuff, whether you're ready to buy or build, or you're looking for some inspiration for some remodeling projects. It's just a really good opportunity to see a lot of homes in the course of a short period of time. So we heard from one of the callers that they're looking for some renovation ideas. And we've got some exciting news to share about renovation and remodeling. Next month, so the month of May, which is right around the corner, is actually National Home Remodeling Month. And National Association of Home Builders, NAHB, who we affiliate with, has some wonderful information for those people who are thinking about remodeling. So when it comes to remodeling, Lindsay, as a lender, how do you see that activity developing? Is that something that is still happening? People are inspired as DIYers. They're watching HGTV. They're on Pinterest and Houzz.
I think that those websites definitely inspire people to maybe make some changes or updates to their existing homes, along with people that walk through our parade homes and get inspired or get some ideas. I see a lot of folks that come in and they're either looking to maybe do a cash out refinance or take advantage of some of their equity in their current home to do some projects at their existing homes. I would say the most popular thing that I have seen people looking to take cash out of their existing home for is for a detached garage or like a large shop or expanded man cave. So I bet you that I talk to at least one person a week that's looking to access some of their home equity to do that project. The top 5 remodeling projects that are recognized by NAHBA, however, they state that remodeling a bathroom or a kitchen remodel, replacing doors and windows, replacing maybe some property damage or fixing up on some deferred maintenance are some of the most popular remodeling projects. So
a lot of opportunities exist. One thing that really excites us in new construction is the fact that interest rates remain incredibly low. So now is a wonderful time to make that investment in home ownership, particularly new construction. But if you're in a position where you enjoy your neighborhood, your neighbors, your surrounding community, remodeling is always an option. And the parade serves as a really good point of inspiration, a realistic point of inspiration, things that you can see happening here in our own community, not just what's being done in the middle of New York City or maybe downtown Chicago. And so it's fun to get out and see what people are doing and what options exist, meet builders, meet and find out about subcontractors, and get into a home remodeling project. Next month is National Home Remodeling Month, and as Lindsey mentioned, people are tapping equity. That's the other thing that's really exciting now is home valuations are incredibly high. So you do have that opportunity to capture a little bit of equity to reinvest in your home.
Yeah, definitely. That's a great point that Dot brought up about, by going out and viewing these homes in our parade, these are real projects that can really be done by people that are really local. So they're accessible things that you can do versus looking at some, flamboyant picture that you found on Pinterest of this fabulous house, maybe, in downtown Chicago, and it's a pipe dream possibly of a project that, can't be done with your house or can't be done by a local professional. But by going out and viewing these local parade homes, it's a great idea and great inspiration that there's work provided by local individuals that can really do these projects in your real house. So it's a real life palette to look at exploring some of your real life options.
So we talk a lot about how home ownership is such a value and you gain such a return on investment. Not only are you not throwing rent money out the door, but you're capturing equity as you continue on the path of home ownership. When it comes to remodeling projects, you also have to take a look at a return on investment. And so you mentioned those top 5 home remodeling projects as cited by a survey that the National Association of Home Builders conducted. And within that survey and within those top 5 projects, they also list what your return on investment potentially could be. Now, you don't see a dollar for dollar match. If I'm dropping $10,000 into my kitchen remodel, I'm more than likely not going to get $10,000 in an increase in valuation on my property. But there are some tried and true percentages. So let's just run through those to see kind of where these top 5 sit in a return on investment. So remodeling the bathroom, what is it indicating that we can expect with those types of investments?
So the bathroom remodel, it says the payback on remodeling a bathroom can reach up to a 65% return on the investment with new fixtures, tile, toilet, vanity, lighting. And one piece that you can look towards with your bathroom remodel or any remodel for that matter is that you can gain some efficiencies. So you may not get a dollar for dollar return on the investment through a sale, but if you do decide to stay in that home, you can, slowly every month get a return on your investment too with efficiencies that are created by maybe a more efficient product, toilet, something like that.
So it talks about that, specifically low flow toilets. So, every little bit counts. And as you age in this home, if you can save on those utility bills, that's kind of an added bonus.
Definitely.
What about kitchen remodeling? There we see a little bit higher return.
Sure. So they state that a minor kitchen remodel can not only improve the look and utility of the space without costing a bundle and can yield up to as much as a 75% return on the investment. They state that to consider replacing backsplashes, cabinet fronts, countertops, and flooring, or look to install low-flow faucets or energy-efficient appliances that can help to reduce water and energy expenses. So I guess I can speak personally when looking at a kitchen remodel. Although we may not have gotten a 75% return on our kitchen remodel, it really created some ease of use and easier flow and pivoting through the kitchen. So even if I weren't to receive a 75% return on my investment, just the ease and everyday use has it's meant more than 75% return.
When you think about, inspired spaces, and I think that's where you could also make a testament to, making that investment that might not yield as high as a return, but if it's an inspired space and it brings your family together, you're spending more time in that space, you're excited to maybe cook as opposed to call in a caterer. Those are all things that add up that aren't necessarily measured in a true dollar sense. So another real high return on investment is replacing windows and doors. Now, not as exciting as turning your bathroom into a spa or your kitchen into a gourmet retreat. Windows and doors, 73% and 71% prospective return on investment for wood and then vinyl replacement windows. It's just one of those things that, people look for, I would imagine, when they're out home shopping, whether or not those windows have been replaced.
Yeah, definitely. And I truly feel you get a great return on your investment when you're looking to do anything energy efficient, whether it's putting a geothermal system in the home at the beginning of new construction, or you're replacing windows in your existing home or doors. North Dakota is tried and true a cold, windy state, and anything that we can do to keep the weather out and the warmth in, we're definitely going to be saving money on our utility bills. So absolutely worth it. Window, doors, the geothermal systems. So I think those are exciting energy efficient options.
So now we always advocate that homeowners turn toward the BMHBA to seek out a professional contractor when
So
it comes to home remodeling projects. You may think you're a DIYer until you dig into the project and you realize that you're in over your head.
You couldn't be more right.
And sometimes, despite your best intentions, you create more work and expenses digging into a project yourself. We also have some information from the National Association of Home Builders, their remodeling committee, about extreme home makeover and when you really should never second guess the support of a contractor. And so what are some of those instances where NAHB says you must hire a professional?
Well, if you're talking in the sake of Lindsey Matter and her household, it's every time. You always call a professional. I just believe that they will always deliver the bang for their buck. I wouldn't go to the dentist office and offer to pull my own teeth, so I wouldn't do anything in my home without consulting with a professional. But the absolute projects that the NAHBA always says to contact a professional for is for electrical work, structural changes, plumbing, and again, in my opinion, everything. So
those are the big ones, and particularly because there's a lot of codes that builders need to stay up on and in top of and follow when it comes to doing this remodeling work and new construction in particular. I mean, there's a reason why they're professionals and they're committed to this job profession, and they are committed to continuing education. They need to stay on top of the fact that outlets have changed over the course of several decades and which ones are appropriate or not, and how the new can cooperate with the old when it comes to doing a remodel or a renovation. So by all means, if you're looking to do some electrical work, any types of structural changes or plumbing work, as Lindsey had referenced, please contact the Bismarck Mandan Home Builders Association and ask for some of those referrals, or visit our member directory online at bmhba.com. You are listening to Super Talk 1270's Free for All Friday with the Bismarck Mandan Home Builders. Stay tuned. When we come back, more HBA news.
Right now it's 50 degrees.
You're never more than a few minutes from a weather update here on Super Talk 1270.
Welcome back. This is Dot Frank on a Free for All Friday with Super Talk 1270, representing the Bismarck Mandan Home Builders Association. Alongside me today is Lindsey Matter, chairwoman of the 2015 Spring Parade of Homes. We're in the final stretch. Thank you for staying with us as we continue to talk about that Parade of Homes that starts tonight. That's Friday at 6 p.m. Homes are open until 8:30. We'll do it all again tomorrow, Saturday from 11 to 5, and Sunday from noon to 5. Then we hit repeat next weekend for the final weekend of the parade. So 2 weekends are your opportunity to get out and experience 43 homes built by 33 different builders. Tickets are, Lindsey, how much?
tickets are $10, and they are available at any of the parade homes. So whichever home you decide to make your starting point, you can sure pick up a ticket there.
Excellent. So as we continue our discussion today, we're making people aware of the fact that next month, May, is National Home Remodeling Month. So as you get out and experience our Parade of Homes and you develop a little new construction envy, you can go ahead and purchase those homes because they're for sale. Or you could contact the builder and some subcontractors through the Bismarck Mandan Home Builders Association and begin some remodeling projects. So we talked about the top 5 remodeling projects before we came on break. And now I want to talk about some tips and techniques for hiring contractors. Now we mentioned that Lindsey is always subcontracting her work out.
Every time.
If you're a do-it-yourselfer, you can tackle some smaller home improvement projects, but always seek professionals when it comes to anything electrical, structural, or plumbing. Beyond that, NAHB provides some insight on how to hire a professional remodeler, and they have several steps that I think, Lindsey, we maybe want to walk some people through. So starting out with step number 1, the suggestion when you go into a remodeling project and you begin contacting these professionals, collect names of remodeling companies, right? So get that laundry list to begin working through to find out who ultimately will be granted the work. We are an excellent resource for you to begin that search for remodelers.
Yep, absolutely. Like Dodd had mentioned, you can sure reference the website, Bismarck Mandan Home Builders Association, and there is a full list of subcontractors that would be great references or great referrals, starting points. To talk with professionals before you jump headfirst into something that may be over your head. So to start building your reference or your referral list is a great place to start.
So we're collecting names, then we're moving on to step number 2, and that's discuss your project with a couple remodelers. But what if I find one and I feel, content with what they said?
I don't think it ever hurts to always just get a second opinion, just to get two different opinions, two different quotes, maybe just to compare against the next. But if you feel that the individual that you picked to do your project is your ace in the hole, and they're trustworthy, and they're licensed, bonded, whatever, by all means, carry on.
So we've discussed the project with a couple remodelers. Next, we're asking if the remodeler has general liability insurance. And why is that important?
Well, if you always want to make sure that you're working with somebody who is a licensed general contractor, if they have a license, they would definitely have one in our state. Make sure that they have some general liability insurance in case there's an accident on the job, and also ask them if they guarantee their work. But just like any professional in their industry, they should be able to provide you some general liability insurance.
Absolutely. Step 4, check the references and background of the remodeler.
Yeah, definitely a big one. In a small community, good news travels fast. I'd say bad sometimes travels faster. So a person that's happy with their, the work that has maybe been done by a remodeler or subcontractor, they're usually happy to talk about it and to show off their work. But maybe somebody that is unhappy is just as willing to share. But usually people that are doing great work and are proud of the great work they're doing are happy to give you a list of references.
Yeah, absolutely. And you can confer with those references on the timeliness of the contractor, whether or not they met your expectations for that particular remodeling project, maybe see some pictures for those remodeling jobs that they've completed in the past. And then finally, our tip for hiring a professional remodeler includes don't fall for the lowest bidder.
Oh gosh, could that be more true? I firmly believe you definitely get what you pay for. So there's certainly value in looking to sometimes spend the extra dollar to get the true quality. So.
And it is an old adage that you get what you pay for, and so pay attention to that, what comes along at that cost. Some other things that they suggest when it comes to hiring a professional remodeler is to keep in mind that remodeling is a service and not merely a product. What happens too often than not is, you want to have this top-notch remodeling job at the lowest possible price. And sometimes that's kind of a conflict.
Yeah, definitely. I could say by only making the decision by looking at the word price, you could be definitely victim of falling victim to an alluring low price. They may be the lowest price in the beginning, but it could involve somebody who's looking at cutting corners or is inexperienced. But professional remodelers or professionals in the industry will always help you to stay on budget, solve remodeling challenges, and definitely provide a higher quality service.
Yeah, so it's a combination of products and services that you're paying for. The time that you're not having to spend, keeping in touch with those subcontractors, finding the right products to fit that remodeling project. That's worth something, and that's really the convenience of hiring a professional remodeler rather than doing it yourself. One thing that I think is kind of interesting is there's some numbers attached to a real popular remodeling project, and that's kitchen renovations. Now, according to the trade magazine Remodeling, they report that a mid-priced major kitchen remodel, which is quite popular in the remodeling world, costs $53,931. Yeah, and it's really interesting to see a dollar amount like that, $53,931 for a mid-priced major kitchen remodel, particularly after watching some of these renovation shows on TV where their kitchen remodel is $3,000. So what's the reality behind what we're hearing now and what you sometimes see on these TV programs? Are those prices accurate?
Well, I think that a lot of the maybe the discrepancy in what it truly costs and what they're showing that it costs on the TV is the difference of these people that are agreeing to let maybe their home be ransacked by HGTV. They're also getting the labor or the service provided at a limited to no cost at all. With the cost of a mid-priced major kitchen remodel being at $53,000, almost $54,000, you can certainly see why some people just hang it up and they say, forget about this. I'm not going to spend the money in remodeling this kitchen in our old home. Let's get on to looking at some new construction. So there's beautiful homes that are available in our spring parade of homes that are maybe just $200,000. So the cost of a kitchen remodel being at $54,000, that's a fourth of what it would cost to get into a new home altogether. So you can certainly see where there's the appeal of just starting over, getting into something brand new.
Absolutely. And that's one of the things that you need to do is weigh your options. And we have plenty of options available to you as a professional association representing both builders and remodelers. Do your homework. I think that's kind of the takeaway when it comes to National Home Remodeling Month. By all means, we encourage you in making that investment in your home because it's usually a good bet as homes appreciate in nature. But double check. Make sure that you gather a list of qualified contractors. You vet them by asking for some referrals or references. You consider them always when you're doing some major remodeling work, and you're realistic about your expectations on cost. So they also talked about a minor remodel. So a minor kitchen remodel for that same 200 square foot kitchen is about $18,527. That seems kind of comparable to what people should assume in our market when they're doing, flooring, appliances, countertops, cabinets.
Yep, I agree.
So National Home Remodeling Month. In addition to promoting National Home Remodeling Month, New Home Ownership Month, which we're facing right now, we've got some exciting news on our Facebook site. Make sure to follow us on Facebook and Twitter. It's BMHBA. That's facebook.com/BMHBA. We post daily during these months some tips and techniques, access to resources through NAHB and more to serve as inspiration as you take on remodeling projects. Before we say goodbye and end the program, Lindsay, how about we talk about some of the upcoming events? In addition to the Parade of Homes, which takes place this weekend and next weekend, our association is busy with other activities. What are some of the top activities we can expect in the coming weeks?
We are busy. At the end of April, we'll be offering a 2015 design trends. It'll be 45 ideas in 45 minutes. We'll also have at the first part of May, it'll be a Remodeler's Guide to Happy Customers. We have our Spring General Membership meeting coming up on May 12th, which will be awarding the winners of the Spring Parade of Homes. Lots of value coming with a Home Builders Association membership. And then these events, they carry on throughout the entire year.
Absolutely. So if you're not a member, but you're in the home building industry, make sure you contact us at bmhba.com to learn about the value of membership. And if you're out there doing some home remodeling, home construction, or other home-related business, maybe seeking someone to help you out with a home loan, you can contact our association as well or research our membership directory at bmhba.com. Well, thank you, Lindsay, for joining me today.
Thank you for having me.
Any parting words before we say goodbye?
Just a reminder that you can pick up your ticket to the parade at any of our 43 parade location or parade homes, and the parade starts tonight at 6 o'clock and we'll resume again Saturday at 11 a.m. and Sunday at noon. So hope you get a chance to come out and view all these homes.
Excellent. Well, thanks for sticking with us. Until next time, this is Dot Frank with the Bismarck Mandan Home Builders Association on Super Talk 1270's Free for All Friday.